Assalamualaikum, welcome back to my channel Learn with Your Body, and today I am here with another video of our data structure series. We will do an animated code on Max Heap Deletion. Well, in our last video we have learned about Max Heap Deletion theoretically, and today we will do it with a code. So here I have already written a code, but now I will just copy this and backspace and then start writing the code. So at first we will take our header files. So we will take include iostream. Now that includes out and cin, and after that we will write include windows.h. now that is for sleep. This gives access to windows specific functions, and sleep pauses program for animation effect. So after that we will write using namespace std. Now this used so that we don't need to write std cout, std swap, etc. for every time we print out our code. Then we are using class. Now here we are using class maxheap. Now this defines a class named maxheap. Well, inside maxheap class we are using public. Now that is accessible from outside the class, and then integer array. Now it is array to store heap elements, and then we are using integer size. Now this is for the current number of elements in heap. Okay, let me just write size. Now we will take a constructor named max heap. Now here this runs automatically when object is created and initializes heap size to 0. So after that we will insert function. Now it's a function to insert a new element into heap. So we are using void insert integer value, and after that we will do our first step. Now here we are adding element at end, so it will increase heap size. It will place new value at last position. Then we are using while. Now that's our step 2 for Heapify up. Now this keeps checking until root, index 1 for here, and then integer parent equals to index by 2. Now this will find parent node, and the if array parent. Now this means that if parent is smaller, heap property is broken. Now there's a max heap rule. Then swap array. Now this will swap child with its parent. Here index is equals to parent. Now this will move up to continue the checking. After that we are writing else break. Now this means that if heap is already correct, then it will stop. After that we are using void display. Now this is a display function which prints heap array. Now inside our display function we are writing cout. Now this is heading text. We will see this in our output, and then we are using a for loop. Now this will loop through heap and print the element. Then we are using cout new line. Now this will add spacing. Okay, so after that we are using delete function void delete heap. Now this removes row. That means the maximum element in max heap. Inside the delete function we will check empty heap. Now we will write if size is equals to 0, then the cout heap is empty. Now that means if there are no elements, then it will stop function. Now this cout deleting root elements. Now this prints root element, and then we will use a function, use a line sleep 1500. Okay, let me just make it a bit presentable. Okay, now I'll press enter, and now write that sleep. Now this will wait 1.5 seconds. There's an animation. So after that cout replacing. Now this will replace root with last element, and this shows last element is being moved. Then we are writing array 1. Now this will copy last element to root, and this will reduce heap size. So right after that we are writing display sleep 1500. Now this will show updated heap. After that we are using Heapify down. Now this will fix heap after deletion. So integer I is equals to 1 means it will start from, and then while I is less than or equals to size, that means it will keep fixing until heap is correct. Then integer left equals to 2 into I, right equals to 2 into I plus 1. Now left child is for left child index and right child index, and then integer largest equals to I. Now this assumes current node is large, and after that if left is greater than, less than or equal to size, now this will compare with left child. If left child is bigger, now it will update the largest. We are comparing with right child, so here if right child is bigger, then it will update the largest. Then if largest is equals to I, now here if no swap is needed, if heap is already correct, it will stop. So after that we are using cout comparing and all that. Now this is for an animation print. Now this shows which nodes are being swapped. Then sleep 1500, this will pause for animation. Swap array I, now this will swap nodes, it will fix the heap structure. After that display, now this will show updated heap, and then we are writing I equals to largest. Now this will move downward and it will continue heapifying, and then cout the heap deletion. Now this prints the completion message. Now that will finish deletion, and after that we are going to our main function from where our program starts executing. Here we are writing in our main function max heap dot age. Now this creates heap instance. Then age insert 90. Now this is for insert elements. Now this builds a max heap step by step. Alright, after that we are writing cout initial max heap. Now this will show the initial heap. Then we are using age dot display, okay, for showing, and after that we are using sleep for 2000. Now this will wait for 2 seconds. So after that we are using the delete root, we are using age dot delete heap. Now this removes maximum element, and after that we are using the final heap, cout final heap. Now is dot display, and then we will just end program with return 0, so the program ends successfully. And after that I'll just run this code. So yeah, here it is. Just see this output. Yeah, here it is. It is in a animation effect, so that's why it's coming like this. Now that was our max heap deletion code, actually animation code. So that's all for today, and if you guys need this code, please knock me and I'll give this code to you. So till then, stay safe and Allah Hafiz.